Oh my god, I'm kind of nervous right now. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. I'm currently sitting on my cat's cat tree because I didn't want to wheel my chair in here, but that's neither here nor there. Today we're going to be talking about why Jujutsu Kaisen's villains are so likable. And specifically, I'm talking about the villains from Season 2 and JJK2. If you haven't seen those, yes, these do contain spoilers. But if y'all had never been on my channel, my name is Jordyn. And I play games, do reactions, and I do talking videos like this. If y'all want a specific topic for me to talk about, go ahead, comment it, and I'll do my best to get to it. Like the video, subscribe, and let's go. So, coming into Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, like anybody else that didn't like read the manga before, I was completely confused when I saw the trailers because I didn't see any characters I recognized. Who this man is that Shenron? Like Itadori, Fushiguro, or whatever. But little did I know I was in for a surprise because in JJK Season 2 we get to meet the coolest anime dad, period, besides Bardock, of course. But we got to meet the coolest anime dad, Toji Fushiguro, or formerly known as Toji Zenin. Y'all, I'm gonna be real, like Toji, he really might be one of my favorite anime villains like right now, just because that nigga is cool. Like he's so cool. Like one of the coolest thing to me, if you don't know me, I'm into fashion. So what stuck out to me about Toji, this dude is coming on scene like wearing like leisure wear. This nigga's wearing like matching sweatsuits all the time. I like matching sweatsuits. They're cool to me. They're classy to me. So he wearing like matching sweatsuits. He has this like lackadaisical, like carefree aura about him, but also kind of like deadly. Like he's so nonchalant, he's not nonchalant. You know what I'm saying? So to bring him in, he's gambling, he's in sweatsuits. That's cool. I noticed he got like the scar on his lip. That's a cool little like detail add in. And then just his mannerisms just make him cool, like because he don't give a fuck. So yes, I love Toji off the bat. And then going further into the story, seeing how much of a planner he was, because in this story, in JJK Season 2, it's revolving around basically Gojo and Geto having to protect and defend the new vessel for Tengen-sama against whoever, you know. There's groups that don't want Tengen to assimilate into the new vessel. They're just protecting the vessel from those people to keep that from happening. Because if that did happen, then the Jujutsu Society would like go into shambles or whatever. So Toji actually gets hired by one of these groups that wants to take out the vessel. So Toji gets hired and he's like meticulously planning against Geto and Gojo to, you know, get his $1 million by killing the girl. So he's doing this meticulous planning, and it's like cool seeing him in the background, but not even having to do a lot of the dirty work, being smart enough to work smarter and not harder and do all the dirty work. So we see that, and then it finally comes to where it's time for Toji to, like, you know what I'm saying, kill the vessel. And he does it, I won't even say it's anticlimactic, but it's so instantaneous. It's like, what the fuck? But even before he kills the vessel, he runs into Gojo. And when he runs into Gojo, it really just characterizes him as a true, meticulous, like, planner and strategist, because he had been accounting for everything before he fought Gojo. He knew who he was against. He had, like, we realized he has no curse energy, how he's able to get through all the barriers. Like, he uses a curse to, like, carry his cursed weapons. He really uses his resources to help him win that fight. He had, like, a whole bunch of, like, cursed entities or whatever that had, like, low-level curse signatures to disguise himself from Gojo being able to sense him or see him. So long story short, in this story, Gojo's a teenager. He's not at his full potential. So sad to say, Toji actually ends up getting the drop on Gojo. He slices his throat, slices his chest, and leaves Gojo for dead. I don't know if the image will be like too brutal to show on YouTube, but if it's not, I'll show it, or I'll show the clip. But Toji brutalizes Gojo, and then he proceeds to go to where Geto is in the I don't even remember what it was called. It's like a chamber or whatever. He goes there and boom, headshots the vessel right in front of Geto. He single-handedly sends Geto into his own villain arc. Okay, you can argue with me if you want to. I'm always willing to listen to other perspectives, but that's just what I think. It's my YouTube video. So that happens. He ends up battling it out with Geto, literally making a mockery of him, and he gets to walk off of the Jujutsu campus with the vessel, the body of the vessel. He gets to turn in the body of the vessel for all his money. Whole time, like, nigga is just like unscathed, like, and it's just so fire. It's just so fire about that. And for me, Toji was the underdog because I had only really ever seen Gojo as like a powerhouse, like a god. So I was happy to see Toji win, especially with him being so cool. But so, long story short, Gojo comes back from the brink of death and he kills Toji because he has this awakening, as the prodigies tend to. He has an awakening.
俺も今までできたことねえよ。こいつハイになってる。お前の敗因は俺を首ちょんぱしなかったことと、頭をぶっ刺すのにあの呪具を使わなかったこと。ああ、そうか、そうだな、そうかもな。術式反転。
Kills Toji. Toji fights until the end, but he dies. Toji's like, hey, you know, before I go, I have a son that's about to be sold to the Zenin. Do with that what you will. Fushiguro ends up being Gojo's mentee. But that is why I love Toji. He is a cold strategist who has really good sense of leisure wear that hates the Jujutsu Society. And I can always go to bat behind somebody with a strong sense for whatever it is that they're doing. So, hand claps for Toji. On to the next though. The next villain from JJK Season 2 and 0. Or in JJK 0. I'm sure y'all all know who I'm about to say next, but it is indeed Geto Suguru. Okay. Reason number 1. If y'all haven't caught on yet, I like aesthetics. I like nice hair. I like clothes, fashion. Geto Suguru has one of the baddest silk presses in anime. Okay, he is seamlessly wearing the bun, wearing the half up, half down with the bangs, and then Suguru even found a way to make the Buddhist clothes he be wearing drippy. Okay, like, I feel like if he was in the real world, he would have niggas wearing like Buddhist get-ups because he made it look that drippy. I'm getting off on a tangent. Geto ends up becoming a villain because he's an Aquarius. What I mean by that is Suguru, he is a philosopher. He is a man of principle and he loves his comrades. So when he kind of makes the connection that the cursed spirits are coming from humans, but the sorcerers are the ones having to put their lives on the line for the humans, his thought process is, why don't I cut off the curses at the source? Okay, he could have went about this a more ethical way, but he chose mass destruction. He killed a whole lot of humans, became a serial killer, and it's like, wow. But when Aquarians, when they pick their way, they pick their way. And Geto picked his way, and he's sticking to it. In the words of R. Kelly, I don't support R. Kelly, but if you know the song, you know the song. But Geto becomes a villain. He do his thing, and I feel like in the movie it was a little disappointing to see like this brand new curse user special. I don't care if he was a special grade. Suguru was a special grade, but it was just a little anticlimactic seeing somebody who just came on the scene fight Suguru, and then Suguru loses. Like, it's cool, but I feel like maybe it's it's his character flaw, but he didn't get his time to shine like that. That's my biggest complaint. Literally, he fought him he was pretty arrogant, you know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe it was Suguru's fault. He was really arrogant. He probably could have killed him way quicker than, and by him I mean Yuta. What's his name? Otsuku? Something. I can't remember Yuta's last name. But he could have killed Yuta way earlier than he did. I wish Geto had more time to shine. Because, like, even though he's a special grade, to me, he wasn't like, I'm a flashy person, dramatic person, I guess. So since I didn't see any of that from Suguru, it was like, I know Suguru's hard, he's a planner, but like, I'm still not like impressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. I was impressed with Toji, but Suguru is like, oh, you know, he manipulates curses, but it's like, what's his run ratio? Yeah. Anyways, that is the sum up of this video. For the next upcoming video, I'm going to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 10. For anybody that is currently reading the manga or is interested in just hearing somebody talk about the manga, I'm going to be talking about that next. So if you want to hear that, turn on my post notifications, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one.